Hi, this is Sandeep, and today we are taking a look at how to set custom buttons, custom function buttons on Fuji X-T200. And the reason why we are looking at this is because it lacks a few physical buttons, which was there on X-T1, X-T2, X-T3, and now we have digital buttons, digital function buttons. So we are trying to set it up in such a way that it can be optimally used, like in case of an XH1 or an XT1 or an XT2. So if you look at X-T200, which is the camera around here, this has got an arrow button here. So if you click on that arrow button, it brings up several custom buttons. And these custom buttons by default don't appear. Some of them do, some of them don't, and they are all customizable for your use. For example, for my use, what I have done is I found that there was a lacking of auto autofocus and manual focus button. So I customized this button for autofocus, manual focus, so that when I click on this, it automatically changes to manual focus, and when I click back, it comes back to autofocus continuous and autofocus single shot. So this kind of helps me, which kind of helps me for getting over the issue that it does not have a physical button to switch between autofocus and manual focus. The second most important I felt which is required to be customized here is the ISO button. The reason why I am worried about the ISO button is, if you can see the dial layout here, there's no button or dial which could directly control the ISO. So what Fuji has done instead is it lets us customize one of these buttons. So I set up the ISO button here. So if you click on ISO button, it opens up this, and you can use one of these dials to control the ISO button. So you don't need to worry about the touch screen here. You can use one of the dials to control it. So that's one of the options which you may have. So another feature which is very helpful is for setting up these buttons. And these buttons can be set up very simply in the menu option. And the menu option is here. So if you see that this is the menu button, if you click on that, it'll take you to the standard Fujifilm menu. And there is a joystick here, which can be used for running through that. And I'm going directly to the setup menu of this setup portion of this menu. And in the setup portion of the menu, I'm going to go into button and dial settings. And under button and dial settings, I'm going to look at function settings, right? And when I open function settings, there are a few buttons which can be customized. So for example, these two buttons are not marked with anything, so you can customize to whatever you want. So I use the joystick, depress it. So I have customized this button for natural live view, which basically means that it's going to take it off of previewing the video or the picture mode, which is, for example, Velvia or Provia or whatever it is, and it's going to give me the natural view. So I have set it up for that. You can set it up for anything else you want, right? So you can also set it up for AE lock, AF lock, AE/AF lock, image tagging, any of those. There are several options which Fujifilm has given. So another one, I'll leave it there. Another one you have is the second button, which is again can be set up for any of the features which could have been set up for function button 1 as well. But in my case, I have set it up for Bluetooth on and off. So basically, once I'm done shooting, if I want to transfer the images to my phone, I use this button to switch it on, and this kind of helps me to transfer the images quickly. The third button onwards, these are mainly soft buttons or the digital buttons. So this is important because this button does not appear if you say no, right? If you do not set it up, or if you set it up for a dash, this won't appear. So for example, if you put it as none, this button won't appear on the touch screen. But if you set it up for any of these options, then it will definitely help you customize it on the go. So for example, if I set up as digital image stabilizer, so the touchscreen button 1, function button 1 will be set for digital image stabilizer. And as you saw earlier, I have set up the touch button function 2 as ISO. So I use it to control ISO as well. And then the last thing which I have, which I can control, is this one. It is the left dial. Unfortunately, if you see the left dial, I have only two options, which is the default and the none. So which kind of creates a little bit of a problem for me, because the default is only for the preview. That is to preview the image in WellVR or ProVR mode. Apart from that, there is nothing else. But this same button, if it left at default, when I change to movie mode here on this dial, it kind of gives me option to change the shutter speed. So which is really unique, but I'm hoping again with the firmware updates more function customization will be given, because I don't see any kind of markings on this dial. So with some kind of firmware update, I'm hoping that Fuji gives some more options for this button as well. So that was a quick tutorial on how to customize your function buttons and set it up in Fuji X-T200. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and like the video, and please do subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.